Hello, welcome to the channel QPK News. Please subscribe to the channel to follow the latest news of the day. The press conference for the movie The Point Men that took place on December 20th, 2022 was the first time that Hyun discussed his wife Sun Ye-jin in public. The event took place in 2022. Sun Ye-jin had just recently given birth to the couple's first child at the time of the event. The long-awaited film The Point Men, in which Hyun and his father, Hwang Young-min, played major roles, has now been made available to the general public as well as the press after a prolonged time of gestation. Hyun discussed his part as Park Dae-sik in the movie during a press conference that took place on December 20th, 2022 in Seoul, South Korea. The conference was held in South Korea. During the course of the gathering, he made a comment about Sun Ye-jin. In response to the question given by his co-worker, Hyun disproved the idea that he had been in communication with Sun Ye-jin at any point since 2017. He stated that they had not spoken to one another since 2017. This past November, at the end of the month, Hyun and Sun Ye-jin became the delighted parents of their first child, a son whom they named The Point Men. This year marks Hyun and Sun Ye-jin's first year as parents. It is thought that Hyun has not participated in any other film projects since becoming a parent prior to working on The Point Men. The events of this project are going to take place in Afghanistan, where Korean residents are being held as captives by the Taliban. The story of the movie centers on a diplomat from South Korea who, in addition to his official responsibilities, is also a member of the National Intelligence Service. Hyun will take on the role of Park Dae-sik, a National Intelligence Service agent who is posted in the Middle East and Central Asia. Hyun is slated to portray the role in the next film. It has been a very long time since he has returned to his hometown, and the fact that he was unable to free a hostage during an event that took place in Iraq in the past continues to be a source of emotional pain for him. The press conference for the movie The Point Men was conducted on the 20th of December. And Hyun and Hwang Young-min, along with the other actors and members of the film's crew, were in attendance. The press conference was held in South Korea. Hyun stunned with unusual sights during this appearance, including the fact that he was sporting a massive beard while also projecting an image of extreme fashion. In response to an inquiry from the press on Sun Ye-jin's support for her character development in The Point Men, Hyun made the following statement: "During the game of life and death negotiations, I pretended to be the kidnapper in order to gain more points. On the other hand, that character is not the same as Dae-sik, and I did not receive any counsel regarding Sun Ye-jin that was particularly tailored to my situation." It is well knowledge that the first time Hyun collaborated with Sun Ye-jin was on the production of the film The Life and Death Negotiation, which took place between the years 2017 and 2018. It is widely believed that the events depicted in this film set the stage for the couple to eventually get engaged in a love relationship. In the middle of the life and death negotiations, the actor Hwang Young-min questioned Hyun about his past relationships with his wife, who was present at the occasion. Hyun provided an answer to his question by making a connection between it and the life and death negotiations. On the other hand, Hyun has refuted the allegations and maintained that he and Sun Ye-jin were not dating at the time the incident was alleged to have occurred. As a result of the post being shared by other users on the social networking sites, the public paid a great deal of attention to Hyun's update. The general public applauded the actor Hyun for being more adept in communication, in addition to admiring the father's exquisite and slightly fiery appearance after the birth of his first child with the nation's first love. In the beginning of this year, Hyun and the nation's first love became parents for the first time to a kid they had together. This time around, Hyun gives off the impression of being much more open and pleasant than he did at the press conferences for the transnational agent. And he is easily able to start a conversation with the MC or co-stars in the discussion issues that are being discussed. Additionally, the public's reaction to Hyun's expression when he named Sun Ye-jin at the occasion was incredibly sweet, which caused them to be overcome with emotion. This was due to the fact that Hyun Bin had just mentioned Sun Yee-jin. According to the details that were provided by the film's producer, the movie The Appointment, which stars Hyun Bin, is scheduled to make its debut in Korean theaters on January 18, 2023. It is common information that Hyun Bin is currently working on another movie project, which can be seen in the process of being filmed right now. Harbin is the name of this production, and John Yeo Bin and Hyun Bin will be starring in it together. It is a movie that takes place in a distant country and has a cameo appearance by Lee Dong-wook, Young Woo-sung, and other actors and actresses. Thank you for choosing to watch my video. Goodbye and see you again.